comes back to New Hampshire. First time Marty said he's been there since his dad's horse won that race.
Amazing, and he's got 3 loaded guns going in this one race.
He makes a rare trip outside of Florida for the $200,000 Grade 3 New Hampshire Sweepstakes. 3-year-olds and up, 1 1/8 miles on a turf that is firm at Rockingham Park.
And we set a field of 8, 3 of them trained by Marty Wolfson, including this entry of Harahi and Sharp Appeal. They go off at 9 to 5. Edgar Prado coming up from Maryland to team up with Harahi. Then Nacello and Adcat is a classy New York bred making the journey up for trainer Mark Hennig. Roman and Flowing. Hibernian Rhapsody is trained by Christophe Clement. He's done very well since crossing the Atlantic. He's won 2 of 3 starts in the U.S. NB Forest is a very game consistent Grade 2 winner for John Paracella. He claimed this horse last year for $85,000, and Auroral rounds out the field, the other Marty Wolfson trainee. So he is well supported there with the 9 to 5 entry of Harahi and Sharp Appeal.
And now for the call of the New Hampshire Sweepstakes, here's John Vitale.
They're off in the 1999 New Hampshire Sweepstakes. And out first comes Nacello, being challenged on the outside by the early speed of Auroral. Those two will get out quickly in front of Harahi, followed on the outside by Hibernian Rhapsody and Sharp Appeal. Then it is Adcat, Roman and Flowin, the early trailer, NB Forest. There they go, under the wire for the first time, and Nacello leads the way, being shadowed on the outside by Auroral. Those two are out there by about 2.5 lengths in front of Hibernian Rhapsody, racing third. Fourth is Sharp Appeal. Racing fifth is Harahi, followed by Adcat sixth, and the 2 trailers are NB Forest and Roman and Flowin. Down the backstretch they race, and it's Nacello who got out of the gate best of all, running with Auroral, who's now a length from the front end. Here comes Hibernian Rhapsody to challenge early and finds room on the rail. Racing fourth is Sharp Appeal, followed by Harahi, then Adcat, NB Forest, and Roman and Flowin. They race down the backstretch, heading for the far turn, and Hibernian Rhapsody and Jose Santos put ahead in front of Nacello. 3 up on the outside goes Sharp Appeal, followed by Auroral, and then Harahi. Far turn, top of the stretch they come in the sweepstakes, and it's Hibernian Rhapsody from the inside. Nacello hanging very, very tough. Harahi and Sharp Appeal. Here they come for home. Down on the inside, Hibernian Rhapsody, but Harahi in full gear. Here comes Adcat from off the pace on the outside. Adcat trying to catch up. Adcat and Harahi finish noses apart in the sweepstakes.
It's Adcat on the outside, ridden by Josiah Hampshire Jr., getting the victory by a nose.
And a well-timed ride by Josiah Hampshire as Adcat is well back in the field here in the yellow silks. Behind the front runners, Nacello and Hibernian Rhapsody, and looming boldly on the outside here is number 1A in the red and white, Sharp Appeal, a very consistent horse trained by Marty Wolfson. And right here, it looks like Marty Wolfson's sitting in a garden spot with both halves of the entry here as Harahi under Edgar Prado sticks his nose in front. Number 5, Hibernian Rhapsody, is called on for more by Jose Santos, but just couldn't quite get there. But look at this, lurching towards the wire here. Adcat, nicely timed ride. Adcat gets his head down on the wire for trainer Mark Hennig. He's owned and bred by Jim Gallagher's Gallagher Stud in New York, and also owned by Caesar Kimmel and P. Solo.
Yes, shipping in from New York, where he'd lost to Kingston by a nose back in May. Harahi almost there to give would have been a happy homecoming for Marty Wolfson after 35-year absence from Rockingham.
Definitely.
As you take a look at NB Forest, one of the favorites, finishing 6th in the race.
And a good time of 1:46.1, just 3/5 over the track record there at Rockingham Park.
And coming up, yes, it's true, going for his 3rd straight, will take you to the Jersey Shore as you take one more look at Adcat's victory in the New Hampshire Sweeps.
Today at the Races is being sponsored in part by National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Let's go. By AT&TNet.working. Everyone and everything working together in a whole new way. And by the National Thoroughbred Racing Association. Go, baby, go.
It's time now for the Jersey Shore Breeders' Cup, part of the Breeders' Cup National Stakes program. And we'll be going to Monmouth Park, where last year there was a horse that romped in a race called the Sapling. He was an up-and-coming 2-year-old named Yes It's True. Janine, he goes into this race today expected to romp as well now that he's one of the top sprinters in the country.
Yeah, it should be pretty much a walkover for Yes It's True, as the competition has sort of parted the seas for Yes It's True. I think he scared everybody away. He's won 4 of his last 5 starts, Kenny.
Let's take a look now at the conditions for the Jersey Shore Breeders' Cup, a Grade 3, $100,000. 3-year-olds at 6 furlongs, and a fast track is at Monmouth.
And this is part of the match series, the 3-year-old sprint division, a field of 4, as we said. Flying Grifoni has won 2 of his 3 lifetime starts. Earlton is the division leader of the 3-year-olds in the match series. He gets Rick Wilson, and he's a crack sprinter. Yes It's True went off the 1 to 5 choice with his regular pilot now, Jerry Bailey. They've won 4 of 5 starts together. And Search for Love has won 3 in a row for Gary Capuano. Of course, Yes It's True, the one to watch. And remember this footage of the Maryland Breeders' Cup from Preakness Day? An overly enthusiastic race fan here, but Yes It's True runs away from him and the competition, easily beating older horses. And then he beats his own age group in his very next start in the Grade 2 Riva Ridge at Belmont. That race going 7 furlongs. That win just as easy as the win prior. And I think the question today, Kenny, is going to be how far will he win this race by?
In that Maryland Breeders' Cup, he posted a 118 buyer figure. That is the highest for any 3-year-old at any distance this year. Here's Larry Colmus with the call.
All in line. They're racing in the Jersey Shore Breeders' Cup Stakes, and Yes It's True came out running. Search for Love on the outside's away second. Then it's Earlton and Flying Grifoni on the inside. Up the backstretch they go. Search for Love. Yes It's True. On the inside of them it's Earlton. And now they've kicked away 3 from Flying Grifoni, who will be last early as they zip by the opening quarter of a mile and head into the far turn. The first quarter, 21 and 2. On the inside, Earlton leads by a neck. Yes It's True is right there running in second position. Then a 3-wide Search for Love in third as they round the far turn. Flying Grifoni's going to let them run. He's 3.5 lengths off the lead. Earlton and Yes It's True side by side at the quarter pole. Yes It's True on the outside to the front. Earlton trying to stick with him. Then comes Search for Love, a half mile in 43 and 3, and they're into the stretch. And Yes It's True is opening up. He's pulled clear by 2. Earlton is left behind in second. Flying Grifoni is third. It's Yes It's True, an unstoppable force, and he's coming home strong in the Jersey Shore Breeders' Cup Stakes. Here is a sprinting superstar in 108 and 2. Yes It's True wins it. It's Earlton second.
His 10th win, 8 of those victories have been stakes victories.
And this one very, very impressive, as he equals the stakes record set 2 years ago by the Eclipse Award-winning sprinter Smoke Glacken. And he's starting to look like a champion here. Yes It's True puts away the competition. And now he's pretty much has his eyes set on the Breeders' Cup in the fall. That's his long-term goal, and we all know that he already likes Gulfstream Park.
I'd say there could be a lot of 240 payoffs on Yes It's True down the road as well.
Definitely.
There's Jerry Bailey. 5 of 6 now Bailey is with Yes It's True since hopping aboard first in the swell at Gulfstream. Trainer D. Wayne Lucas back in the winner's circle. And welcome back to Today at the Races. Janine, we were talking earlier about divisional honors, some implications at least right now, and certainly Yes It's True stays in the running for sprint honors at the end of the year. Now we're going to see a different scenario with Katinka, who's never won past a mile. She's trying that in the Hempstead.
That's right. She changed her style last time when she broke slowly away from the gate, and Richard Bigliori's hoping that she will change her style again today and can get the added distance by laying off a hot pace.
How important will that 16th of a mile be for her in this Grade 1 $250,000 race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, and a fast track at Belmont Park?
And this race has had its share of champions winning it, using this as part of their championship season. So John Kimball is hoping for the same thing for the 8 to 5 choice Katinka, who set a stakes record last time winning the Grade 2 Shoe V. Then we move on to Snit and Let, who gets an equipment change today. Blinkers will be on. And Beautiful Pleasure, 4 to 1. Jorge Chavez gets the mount. Sharp Works indicate this filly is rounding back into form for John Ward. Sister Act went off at 7 to 5 and is reunited with Pat Day. She is as consistent as they come. She has been first or second 10 times from 12 lifetime starts. And Furlow rounds out the field for Shug McGahee. She's earned almost $500,000 the hard way, facing Grade 1 and Grade 2 competition.
John Kimmel said coming into this one that Katinka had to win a race like this. Tom Durkin has the call.
And they're off. Sister Act breaks on top, clears the field quickly by 2.5 lengths. Beautiful Pleasure is wrangled back into second. Snit comes away third, and Katinka was away fourth. Then Furlow, and the early trailer will be let. Moving down the backstretch, Sister Act breezing along in the early going. Sister Act clear by 2 lengths. Snit runs along in second. Beautiful Pleasure lays back in third, and Katinka runs in mid-pack about 5 lengths from front-running Sister Act. And then it's Furlow, followed by Let. The opening quarter in 23 1/5 seconds. Moving down the backstretch, Sister Act running well off the rail and on the lead. Snit down inside second. Beautiful Pleasure up there running in third. Katinka running comfortably, still unhurried as the field moves into the far turn. Katinka's about 5.5 lengths behind. Another 3 lengths back to Furlow and Let. The opening half mile in 46 1/5 seconds. Sister Act and Pat Day continue to lead. The lead's now 3/4 of a length as Beautiful Pleasure draws in closer second. Then Snit third, and Katinka begins to roll now. Here comes Katinka, gathering momentum, now 3.5 lengths behind Sister Act as the field turns for home. Furlow still 8 lengths behind. They're at the top of the stretch. Sister Act continues to lead the way. Beautiful Pleasure set down for the drive second. Katinka still 3 lengths behind. They're coming into the final furlong now. Beautiful Pleasure's been trying to get by Sister Act, but not yet. Sister Act just a nudge there. Just a nudge from Pat Day, and Sister Act is holding on to the lead. Beautiful Pleasure full out second. Katinka not today. They're coming down to the finish. It's Sister Act. Beautiful Pleasure with the final surge. Here's the line. Sister Act does it under a masterful front-running ride by Pat Day.
Well, turning for home, it looked almost like it was going to be a reenactment of the Shuvi last time out when Katinka swooped the field on the turn and was able to close the gap on the pace setter Sister Act. But Sister Act was able to get a half in 46 1 today, not 45 like she did last time in the Shuvi when she had to settle for second. And really no punch today for Katinka as Sister Act, teaming up with Pat Day, wins the Grade 1 Hempstead for Dwight and Perry Sutherland and trainer Jeff Jacobs. Beautiful Pleasure runs a good race for John Ward to be second, and really no excuse today, Kenny, for Katinka, as she can do no better than a well-beaten third. And I'm sure John Kimmel disappointed, but I'm not so sure it was the added distance that led to her defeat today. She seemed a little flat.
And Sister Act certainly maybe considered the little sister in New York coming into the day. But
maybe the bridesmaid turned out to be the bride today.
She's won 3 of 5 and very much in the picture for divisional honors herself. Would have to be considered among the top 5, I would believe, at this stage.
A great second place finish 3 races back when she was second to Banshee Breeze in the Grade 1 Apple Blossom. So the leaders of the division now, you've got Banshee Breeze, Manistique, Moss Flowers working towards a comeback, but Sister Act now has thrown her hat into the ring in a big way. And worth noting that Georgia Hoffman, who won this race in '94 with Sky Beauty, presented the trophy to the connections of Sister Act.
Coming up next, we'll go live to Golden Gate Fields for the Golden Gate Handicap. That coming up next on Today at the Races.